this whole thinking process operates on 3 levels. We touched on this, but briefly, it operates on the level of waking state of consciousness, dreaming state of consciousness, and the deep sleep state of consciousness. Those 3 we introspect through various techniques of contemplation and meditation. We really want to know the waking state of consciousness. This is sometimes called mindfulness practice in daily life, or it can be called meditation in action. But we're observing, and this internal dialogue may be going on. And, we're driving our car down the road, and internally it comes to mind, oh, I'm driving the car. Am I a driver? No, I'm not a driver, but I'm in the waking state of consciousness, and here I am. Sometimes when we're taking a walk together, we walk away from the ashram down the street a little bit, and one will say to the other, this is it. Here we are. And what we're doing is a very simple thing of observing that we're here in this world, in this plane of reality that in Sanskrit is called Vaishvanar, the gross world, what we know as the gross world, and that I'm in the waking state of consciousness, and I'm using the conscious mind. So we have waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. And another triad is the one of conscious mind, active unconscious, and latent unconscious. Or you can call it conscious, unconscious, subconscious. Sometimes people reverse those words and call it, conscious, subconscious, and unconscious, and it doesn't matter actually what you call it. But for convenience sake, I usually find myself calling it conscious, unconscious, and subconscious. So sub means the one that's deepest underneath there, and that's where our latent habit patterns are forming. So this is the way in which contemplation operates. So who am I? Am I my body? And I'm talking to myself. It sounds like a movie script, that it's planned words, and that's not what it is, but you use your own language to gradually observe, and you talk to yourself. I have a personality. I'm a really nice guy. Is really nice guy who I am? No, it's just one particular trait. What if somebody tells me, you're a bad person? And most of us, when we hear something negative about ourselves, we hear a rumor through a friend that some other person told us that we're bad in some way. Most of us will take that on and react to it. It's as if we have taken it on as, yes, that's who I am, and it happens as an unconscious process. So we gradually learn to explore this, talk to ourselves about it, see it for what it is. Am I a bad person? Did I really make the mistake that this person is telling me about? Do I need to change something? Do I want to improve something? But it's me using this function of mind called buddhi to make a choice. I'm listening carefully, and is it who I am? And ultimately, the standard answer, but it's not a script, it's not memorized. It's not a memorized things that whatever comes up, no, I'm not that. But this is what we encounter over and over and over again. Every example of who I think that I am is not who I am. But we do it one at a time. We let the awareness come to mind. Way of saying it, I have identified with a person certain thought pattern. A friend of ours gets sick. Maybe somebody dies. And we feel tremendous grief over it. Why? Because we have become identified with that person. That is my friend, my family member. And is that really who that person is, or is that person also pure consciousness? Who am I at my deepest level of being? Over and over, who am I? Am I this personality that's behaving in this way out here? Am I this body that is doing this or that activity? And over, one at a time, we come to see, no, I am consciousness, I am Atman, I am Brahman, I am Purusha, or different words like that. I'm pure consciousness. And notice that here we're using language, we're allowing language to be there. We're not at this moment, we may be one-pointed, we may be sitting in a space to do the contemplation, but that's not the point. We're using language, we're using our inner narrative, our inner dialogue to initially talk about this.